Boom.
Do-do-do.
Sports. Yeah.
Oh,
Sports.
Sports team. Sports team.
Sports.
Teams. Sports.
Yeah, we love sports.
Here, boy.
Sports. What it does was cracking like and everybody. My name is C. Sporty Wilson.
Oh wow, I am the MVP. No dog.
There you go.
who the fuck's Wilson?
It's
I don't
first thing that came to my head.
That threw me off as well. I didn't even know.
I don't know.
Dan J. Wilson. I'm gonna take that.
Oh,
I'm gonna claim.
I like
I'm
that.
gonna claim.
And welcome
I'm taking it.
to the first episode 149 of Bad Habits for 2024. We need to Boys,
Well done, everyone. Well done.
we made it. We made it.
Finally.
We're here. Finally, it's a new rotation of the Earth around the sun. It is new energy. It is time for a lot of sports in 2024. That's what we're doing. It's what we're focusing on, as is evident by our attire for those who are watching.
This is us in 2024. This is all we do now.
That's all we do. I just need more sports
all we
jerseys. That's how we're going to do it.
That's
So,
fine.
we're a lot to catch up on. Let's just do a quick round table. How were the last... when did we go? I think it was the week before Christmas was the last episode, right?
Yeah, so like the 22nd or something?
Something like that week. And then we skipped a week because I was sick, which I shall explain. And we were supposed to come back last week. But now we're here and you can't get rid of us.
Cannot.
Yeah.
Locked in. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Daniel, talk to me. What's going on? How's
What
holidays?
did I do? Holidays were sick, you know. I've been about. I've been to farmlands, all the way from farmlands to the Caribbean and stuff.
Okay, you need to
know.
relax.
And
with the
then-
farmlands.
And then I came back to the city, and then you know, just doing a bunch of stuff. It's almost my birthday. My birthday in exactly a month, actually, and I'll be very young still, which is cool.
Yeah,
and then,
I'd say it'd be mid to late 20s at that point. I'd say it's mid to late.
Possibly. And then I think I'm going to the best city in the world. Don't do that. We're not doing that for me.
Oh, it's
Not doing
happening.
that for me.
He copped it for
Not for
5
me.
years.
Not for me.
Shouts to mum. No, you're getting it. Trust me. Tiff's getting it. You're getting it. Brad got it. I got it. We're all getting it.
Yeah,
Pause.
it's all good.
Oh,
You're gonna
dear.
get it. Sorry, Dan.
What else did I do? Oh, I've been taking the content stuff way more serious now. Obviously, I got the mic set up here. I got a whole like stand here for my mic. Got lights here. Got the greatest footballer ever to play in England here, and and now I'm trying to stream on Twitch more, which is quite difficult because streaming is a lot. But it's good because I can repurpose the content when I do it. So I've been doing that. I released my first YouTube video on the HDF channel.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I was thinking, wait, no. You get a proper applause. We celebrate our
thank you.
milestones and bad habits, Daniel. Okay?
Thank you. And
That's great, man.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Uploading to Instagram and shit. You know, that's basically what I've been doing.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm on. And
That's-
sports, by the way.
No, you?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Surprisingly, soccer.
Jeez. Something different.
Couldn't have guessed that one. Didn't see that.
Something different.
Me?
Very different.
Wouldn't have picked it. Yeah,
I know,
blindsided.
I know.
Wouldn't have picked it. Okay, amazing. So everything's positive. I think I did cut you off. You were saying that you were going somewhere or something, and I cut you off.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the greatest city in the world.
Miami?
Miami, Florida.
What a
yes.
guess. Gang.
Hang with some alligators for my birthday. So. I'm
Why did you
excited.
choose my... Obviously, like, why is obvious. But, like, why there again and not somewhere new? Like, why not, like, LA or something different?
We wanted to do... It was more like a price in comparison to what... price by quality, I'd say, you know? Because going to LA is kind of like a risk. Because it's like... I've heard so many different opinions on LA. And it's like... Is it actually going to be a sick time? Am I going to go there and it's going to be like what you've experienced? And it's going to be like, oh, this is not that good. Or am I going to go there and it's going to
It'll
be
be
30
fun,
degrees?
though.
And yeah,
Oh, it won't be
but I
30
feel like
degrees. No. The
I'm
weather's
going there in March
mid.
and it's going to be shit. Yeah, the
Weather's
gonna be
not
shit,
great.
so
My people are telling
So-
us. Wow.
There's
Okay, that makes more
and
sense.
then I had a whole list of many different places. I even looked at Jamaica as well. But then it's kind of like, we got the Miami flights are cheap. We actually have 10 people coming, which I can't believe we've got this done because growing up in where I grew up is like all my close friends are so difficult to make plans with. So it's like, oh, let's try and even do like a staycation in fucking, I don't know, a few hours away from the crib, and then it's kind of like, oh, we're never gonna be able to do it because everyone's so difficult to plan with, and that's fine, we live with that. And then I come here now, and it's like, oh, I'm going to Miami for my birthday. Do you guys want to come? Yep, cool. I booked it. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, oh shit, fine. Like, yeah, I'm going. Like, so it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
Did you get like a big Airbnb for everyone, or is it everyone do their own?
We haven't yet, but we're likely gonna get a big 5 bed, sorry, because all couples. So it's gonna be like a 5-bed Airbnb in like the design district, Midtown or Wynwood or something like that.
Yeah, if you're looking, I don't know if you better get a condo. You probably have to get a house.
Condo's difficult. I did look in Brickell. There are places, but it's kind of like the sleeping situation is always going to be a lot more difficult.
Because like, you wouldn't get a full bedroom.
2 double beds in one
just
room
cuddle
and
together
shit.
still.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind that either, but I don't think it's on the cards. I don't think it's on the cards.
Cuddle puddle,
Cuddle puddle.
It's not on the cards. Unless you came. If you came out with, but if not, then I'm not on it.
Reach, fam.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm on, innit?
I love that. Nice, bro. Great shit.
Thank you.
Chrissy,
Thank you.
New Year's. How was that shit?
Oh, mate, Christmas was chill. Unfortunately, didn't see you cheeky fuckers.
Because you were getting over sickness. Everyone was sick.
Everyone was sick, and so I went for a bike ride on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and it was foggy and ominous and very, very cool. So yeah, exercise. Ate some food. New Year's, had a dope steak, and then since then, the last 15 days have been great. I've made like almost 8 or 9 beats up on notionbeats.com. So there's some new stuff for the new year. My channel, I reached like Notion MTB, reached 1.3 thousand subs. So getting there. And then that's growing up. And then I'm not too far away from 1 million views from the channel. So that'll happen probably hopefully next week. Fingers crossed. Yeah. But so that's really cool. Had something really awesome happen today, but I'll tell you that when it's like finalized. Mm-hmm. And I've been mastering lots of new music. So I got Robbie P from Australia, and also our homie Nick sent me a song to mix. So yeah, I started that today.
Cool.
And I got like 3 songs of mastering for Robbie P out the gate, and 1 song for Nick, and then I'm going to be mastering an album for our buddy Clarity from one of his older projects that never got released, and he wants to get it all finished up properly.
He told me about this recently. Yeah, that's great.
He doesn't have the time to do it himself because he's quite capable, but he just wanted to send it to me and make sure it gets the love it deserves. So that's got lots of mastering and mixing happening. Nice. And mountain bike channel's going great. Lots of episodes editing. I'm just being consistent, fucking going for it, mate.
Fucking beauty. Good shit, dude.
Good
stuff. Out, and that's like swinging like a helicopter. Like everyone gets to see it. So
just belling, just bumping into everyone. Just mushy steps.
Dong's out, no doubt. You know what I mean?
Oof. Is that the episode name?
It should be. Should be a T-shirt before it's the episode name. But you can write it down.
I'll write it in there. You never know. Nice, man.
But you see Feezy?
Mine wasn't the greatest time. Dan and Tiff's mom came up just before Christmas, but like we got to hang for like a day and a half, and then Christmas Day I was dying and I had no energy, but I was like, all right, I need to stick this out. And I was just kind of sitting there. I just couldn't even talk. I was just a mess. And then Boxing Day, it's over. So I was in bed for 39 hours, which I've never done before, and I didn't eat. I was fasted for 39 hours, which was, I don't know, for better or worse, but I was just fucked, man.
Probably good.
I hadn't felt like that. I just couldn't move. It was fucking, it was like worst time because I'm hearing merrymaking downstairs. I'm like, fuck.
Merry.
This is bullshit. So I was just like in a shit mood because then obviously not only you feel shit, then I couldn't participate in anything and all this fun and like joy. I'm like, God damn it. So that sucked. Then I kind of got decent enough for New Year's. Like it kind of felt like it just kind of went away, or at least pushed down. So New Year's was chill. We set our bitch asses at home. And then fucking, I don't know, not really that much has happened. Just been working, to be honest. Barely left the house and got sick again. Like a week, I guess basically a week from New Year's Eve. So that's why I thought it came back. Either way, that got me, because I was sick for most of last week, pretty much to the end of the week. But now I feel pretty decent finally. So hopefully it's all gone. But that was most of my time. I didn't really do much except work. Tried to like work and sleep and rest as much as possible because I was like, I need to shake this shit. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I was just like, took it easy. So yeah, nothing super serious. I'm wearing a soccer top. I never had a soccer top. So thanks to Dan, got me this one for Christmas. The Inter Miami shirt, of course. So I looked into getting it personalized. Right, I feel like I'm like a soccer player. I feel like it's meant to be. I reached out to the online store, like the MLS store where you get it.
Yeah.
And they were like, the only way to get it personalized for them is to send this back, get a refund, and then buy it again, and then they would do it. I was like,
but what about through? I know Sports Check should do it.
I wanted to do it like official, like from the actual Miami place. And I was like, you know what? It doesn't have to be personalized. I could just have a raw dog. I have a Leafs jersey that's got it's like just blank on the back.
So what team is it, Steve Easy?
Inter Miami, the Beckham's team that Messi plays for. Gang.
He knows.
Greatest.
He knows.
I was just testing.
I love soccer.
I've seen that
love soccer.
highlights with that jersey on. But like, I just wanted to make sure you know the sport's great.
I love soccer. I told you my name. I'm Sporty. It's my middle name. Actually.
Right. Sporty Spice, Steve Easy.
Fuck.
Wilson.
See, Sporty Wilson. Gang.
Sporty Spice Wilson.
That just reminded me back in the day when we used to get really high, we would always like have names.
Yeah.
That's where like Sweet Dick Willie came from. All those things we used to say like back in the day. Like
Captain Gumbo Willie.
Tommy Guns was Thomas Q Parsons. Like, you know what I mean? Just making stuff up and then having people's middle name as Q. Yeah. And then like he had Thomas Q Guns, I think that's his Instagram. I think it was his Instagram handle for years. Then this other dude I used to work with, it was in this is other thing notion of the forum. Like his name was Ben Stock, so I called him Benjamin Q Stock, and he still to this day on his like social says the Q thing. So the dumb, silly thing.
Pretty sick.
Distinguishing letter, isn't it?
I just feel like
no, Q is sick. That is kind of. I think
it's
sick. Q and J, but I think Q's better because Q's more obscure.
And plus, the letter Q looks sicker than a J, mate. It's got a fucking circle and a little.
J sounds the coolest of any letter, I think, but Q looks the best as far as the middle name. Like, it's like it seems distinguished or some shit. And even if there's a little plug, so Tiff always uses her middle initial when she has her full name anywhere, like on LinkedIn or anywhere else, and I started doing that too, and I was like, oh, this is way better. You put it in the email signature as like the middle initial. It's all of a sudden you just feel like, okay, all right, okay. Like, I don't know. It's like people
I might do that, but because I have a double jointed name, double barrel surname, this thing starts to get too long. So it's very annoying.
I was thinking that as I was sort of saying.
What do you call it?
Hyphenated?
A double barrel surf. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So,
double barrel is way cooler, though.
That's so cool.
I think you did it way cooler.
Double barrel surname.
Yeah, man.
Double barrel. Maybe I just made that up.
Double barrel surname. I'll write that as an episode name to go. It can't be.
It's a thing.
It's a thing? All right.
That's the thing.
So maybe it's just we hadn't heard of it, but it's pretty funny. So, okay. Catch up. We're here. We're alive. Ready to thrive in 2024. All right. First question. We're going to set the tone with this question. There's something we were talking about over the last week. So, name your top 3 favorite rappers of what we would call the new generation, or maybe even just rappers like artists, post 2016. So 2016 onwards, hence that being the new gen, which I guess is in the last 8 years, which is a decent amount of people who've come out since then. Hopefully we're all not completely incorrect. We might be slightly off as far as when their first shit came out. But Dan, do you want to go first, or do you want to hear Nosha's first?
I can go first because mine's more of a. It's more. It could be any, but there's a bunch that I kind of like. To be fair,
okay.
But out of all the ones, I guess Corday, Gunna, and I kind of want to say 21 now, but I didn't like 21 that much before. But I kind of really like him now. Yeah, so I guess those 3 are 3 that come to mind anyway. There's a few. I kind of like Lil Durk as well, but I'm not listening to these man week in week out. Probably 21 Savage way more than all the others, but like, yeah, it's probably
that's fair. I don't think he came out before 2016.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think he was like up and coming during there. Oh, and Jack Harlow.
Nice. Good choices. There's good choices.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, it's just what we've been waiting for. Because basically,
this is what we've been waiting for weeks, and he's been running. He's been running away.
Ducking.
He's been waiting.
Dan thinks Notion doesn't like new rappers or new music.
It's not me. I've been hearing it. The fans told me.
Where?
they told me.
This is the troll part. This is the fibbing.
I've been told. I
heard the Fibonacci sequence comes in. You're a fibber fan.
All right, run that nose. Tell us who you love of the new generation. Who's getting your pants tenting?
Who's getting you rock hard?
Number one, first and foremost, massive pause. Anderson .Paak has got my pants, on fire. He's the fucking man. He's been the man since I heard his first shit, and he's still the man. So he doesn't really miss. He's probably one of my favorite artists. Period. Like GOAT of fucking everything. His talent is just like extreme. So yeah, that is just the best one. Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
He's a super fire. Have you seen his LA Leakers freestyle from last year? Ridiculous.
Maybe.
And everything else he does is mostly good. He's very good on Kenny Beats on the Cave. If anybody's familiar with that on YouTube, Kenny Beats. It's very cool, very cool. He's super dope. He comes in out of nowhere. He freestyles in the corner, has 2 energy drinks, makes fucking crazy bars. I had Ari Lennox on here as well, but it's obviously not rap, so I'm gonna. Ari Lennox is just special mention, I guess. So I was gonna say Corday, and I really enjoy the what was the last one you said? Jack Harlow. He's obviously.
Oh yeah, he's probably the best out of them, I think.
Yeah, I've definitely gone over my limit, but I had to just.
It's okay. Look at that.
I tried to prove to you I had more than 3 in the clip, bro. It can't be like
you'll have so much new music.
Expert
now
troll
the fans will stop speaking to me about it. They're happy.
I hope so.
Let me check my phone. Let me check my phone. The fans are happy now. They just told me.
They're happy. Instant.
They're very happy.
Result. Yeah, that's good. Must be an AI fan.
Yeah, I'm not. They got leaked into the podcast episode and stuff, so they know. They can hear you right now.
Well, I'm glad I passed your test, mate.
Look at that. Thank you. Big things happening over here at Bad Habits. Notion. Growth. So mine's simple. I guess we're all pretty similar. So I had Corday, of course, who I think is the best new rapper of the this generation, like hands down. I had Jack Harlow, of course, who I think is fantastic, and a different type of cat, Extentation. Extentation.
He was actually great. He was actually fucking great.
Because he did both. He did the rapping and the singing, and he did them both like really well. Like he had bars. He was the most interesting looking. He was actually a psycho. Dude was wild. And he was probably one of the most interesting artists. And there's always the most interesting cats who end up passing early. So
yeah, that is true. Honorable mention to Juice WRLD and Pop Smoke.
Ooh, fair.
Those are good honorable mentions.
Pop Smoke I didn't really get into much, but Juice WRLD, you had shown us more of his stuff, and I was like, oh, he could really rap.
Could be the best lyricist out of them. He could be.
Like, surprisingly so. Like, you wouldn't expect it based on most of the music he releases. Actually,
to be fair, best freestyler. I'll give him that.
Okay, that's fair. Because he was just off the dome for hours. You were sending that
off
shit.
The dome, it's ridiculous.
Which is wild. So now it's official. Notion is a fan of the new generation. He's out here. Let's give Notion a round of applause for that. Welcome.
Cheers to evolution and progression and
look at that.
Open-mindedness from sometimes subpar artists.
Okay. You're falling down a slippery slope here. Okay.
Come on now.
You had to have a little jab in there. You had to get that little fucking pull.
Oh, the gloves were always off.
All right. Next segment. Quiz time, Dan. Dan is quizzing. Right. Do we need like a little place to write something down?
No, because this is a different kind of quiz. You're not necessarily competing. You're working together.
Oh, that's fun.
And you are doing a blind ranking. Have you guys done these before? Have you seen videos about these?
No.
Okay. So essentially, I'm going to give you 5 things, but I'm only going to give you them one at a time, and you have to place them within 1 or 5. So 5 being the worst. And if I give you like and you don't know the other things before you give them their rank.
And you can't move them once you put it in?
And you can't move them once you put them in.
Interesting. That's fun.
Okay.
Wow.
Notion, are you good with this? So you guys come to a consensus.
So we both have to agree. What if we disagree? Do we have to just figure it out?
You have to fight or something. You have to figure it out. You have to do something.
We'll do a thumb war.
You know,
you can rock off for it.
Yeah, rock off. Pause. All
right. Soggy biscuit. Okay.
Soggy biscuit. Yeah.
It's called soggy sayo, but anyway.
What do you call it?
Soggy sayo.
Because that's the biscuit that
the brand of the biscuit that
it's like a little. I think because of the alliteration, it worked in Australia. That's what they.
It's quite funny though.
The concept.
All right. I'll play it with you.
I play right fucking now. I'd lose on. Okay, whoops! I'm really slow, boy.
Oh my god! We can do my protein, fam.
We can do.
So what are we doing here?
You guys are insane. We could do an example one, and then we'll go into an actual one. Okay. I'm just gonna give you 3 for the example. Okay.
Do you want us to actually do it?
Yeah, we could do it. We're gonna do 3, 1 to 3 for the example, and the topic is capital cities. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say London, England.
I'm going to say 3 just because the next 2 coming up might be better. Nosh?
Yeah, that's that. I already wrote it straight away as a 3.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
But not because it's not fire, not because it's not like we both love London. London's fucking amazing. But on the off chance that something's better, that might be the smartest play here, you know?
Okay.
We agreed immediately, so that's good.
Perfect. And the second one I'm going to say is Ottawa.
Fuck. See, this is where you get fucked. Okay, I see. So that's going to have to be number 2. But if you come in next and you're going to say Peterborough or something, we're like, fuck.
But the next one is Washington, D.C.
Okay.
We win.
I love DC anyway, so I think that's fair.
I've heard Washington's amazing,
we
so
win.
I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah, boom. Okay. I mean, obviously, we would have put London above Ottawa, but...
apologies on behalf of, the whole of London.
Yes, and also, I love Ottawa too, but, you can't compare Ottawa to London, England. So.
It's pretty shit. I've been there one time. Last time I went to Ottawa, it was April, and I was there for a flight to Miami.
Oh,
and the city was completely dead on a Friday at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, because it's a government city. You go to...
Yeah. So boring.
I think you have to know, where to go, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
All right, I get the point. Cool. Let's play.
Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to do the first one. We're going to do beer styles.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So I have here. The first one I'm going to give you is Pilsner.
Let's do 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
2? Yeah, this is out of 5, by the way, yeah?
Yeah. No, she noted them down. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Next one. We'll do barrel-aged sour.
I'd push it down a little bit. Because what if it comes through with barrel-aged stout or something? Because I think it's superior to a barrel-aged sour. I like a good barrel-aged sour, but they're in the scheme of things, unless he comes out with a Rauch beer or some shit, which is possible. I'd say
so is that 3 or 5 now?
It's going to be 5. This one's going to be 5.
This is 5. Okay, so we can put that.
What about 4? What about 4?
Sure. Yeah.
Just in case there's something shit. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say 5 too, but I was like, what if something's shitter?
True.
All right, let's do 4. Cool.
Okay. Good. You guys are agreeing? Okay, good. Let's do a dark lager.
Oh, lovely. 3.
Okay. Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Okay. This is easy.
I had a couple last night. Wow, so good. It's
they're the best.
Perfect malty coffee-backed beverage that's not thick.
I love a dark lager is great.
God tier.
I have some. I have lots of beers for both of you cunts. Whatever, I'll tell you later. Sweet.
I've been meaning to come, but yeah.
Pause.
I need to. No, I've been meaning to not.
I'm gonna come.
Oh,
I kept on thinking about that.
Do not come.
Oh my god.
Okay.
GLOAAT.
That's what I'm saying.
West Coast IPA.
Westy,
shit.
bitch hole, slut cunt, because...
See, we should put the sour at the bottom. I knew it.
Yeah, you were right. You were right there. All right, so because the thing is, what's he gonna if he comes through with haze? Because that's what I was leaving number one for.
It hasn't said IPA yet. It's gonna be number one, so we'll put it in 5.
That's unfortunate. That's
unfortunate. That's how the game goes. What is it?
All right. That's how the game goes.
No, what is
it?
No,
oh, Westy.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Daniel, let's go.
Okay, and number 1 reserved for IPA.
So like a New England IPA. There we go. That makes sense. Okay, so the barrel aged sour should have been at the bottom, and Westy should have been at least.
Yeah, I would have nailed this one.
Yeah.
So what did you guys put?
Work together.
We had it would be like IPA, so New England, Pilsner, Dark Lager, barrel aged sour, Westy, but only because I thought there might be something shit as well. I put the 4 because of the.
It's a safety bet. It was early in the game. You couldn't be like, how are you going to see the list?
Exactly.
It was a good call.
Calculated risk didn't pay off in the end. So maybe the next round I might be a little bit riskier. Let's roll the dice.
No, you stay strong.
Hold strong.
Hold strong.
Okay.
Next one is Songs by Sea and Notion.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, first one I'm gonna put is Kill 'Em Remix.
I would say, I think it's cool, but we have better collabs. 3 or 4. I would say.
These aren't all collabs, by the way.
Very popular on the YouTubes, and people still message me on Instagram saying, "Hey, your brother and you came on my playlist in my backyard, and my friends liked it."
So put 3 then. I would have probably leaned towards 4, but if people are fucking with it, then that makes me happy too. Okay.
Also, whatever. Hopefully it comes up. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see because it might not. Okay.
Separate ways.
Next one, Stay Woke.
Stay Woke is just me.
Yeah, just you.
Oh, I thought it was all collabs, but it's a mix
of songs.
It's a mix of songs. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. I mean, I think it's a good song. I don't know.
But there's no.
Is it a 2 or a 4?
That's exactly my thought. It's 2 or a 4. Maybe.
I'd be cool with 4. Pardon?
Okay.
I'd be okay with 4. I think it's good. I think it's a great song. I'm really proud of that one. But let's just do 4. It's so difficult without knowing what the fuck is coming. These are weird. This game.
Yeah, it's just like a gamble.
It's a gamble. So let's just do 4 on the off chance. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Done.
Okay. So you have 3 and 4 gone. Okay. Next one, Notion, Swivel Your Middle.
5.
Yeah, I put that at 5 because Notion has so many. That's a fun joint, though. Why is that funny?
Hey! It wasn't that funny. Hey,
that's funny, man. That's like the most random cut to pick. It's like going to the bottom random. Of the barrel. That's destined for a 5 in this. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. Great job.
That was good, Dan. Well done. So we got 1 and 2 spots left. 1 and 2.
You fucking cunt. That's so funny. Okay, go.
We have C's song Misused.
Misused?
Oh, from Smokewell.
Yeah, let's do 2.
Mm-hmm.
2, yeah.
2?
Like, it's cool. I like it, but I don't think it's the number 1 song.
Okay. So the number 1 song you've chosen is I Got Next with C, Notion.
Okay.
And I forgot the other guy's name. What's his
Clarity.
Name? Clarity, there you go.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, that's probably my favorite song of the bunch. So
sound like AI.
Yeah, sound like AI. Yeah, that worked. Okay, this is
okay. So what? I got next.
So I got next.
Misused.
We had
Stay Woke.
I just pasted it in the. I pasted it in the note just now.
Perfect.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Whoa, what did I click on?
All right. Next one we're going to do. I'm going to do. We kind of discussed this before. The upper echelon of takeouts. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Cool. So I'm going to start off with In and Out.
I'm going to put In and Out 3. And 3 is probably...
I've never had In-N-Out, so...
I had it once.
Oh, I've had it about 4 or 5 times, and every time I have it, I was like, I'm just disappointed. Like, honestly, it could probably run a 4.
It could, you know what? Because I wasn't too keen.
You had it in 2008 with Andrew Walters, is that right? When we were there?
Yep.
I remember that in LA. So, yeah, I'd say 4. In-N-Out is so deeply mid. Just it's like it's set like a 1950s
It was
diner.
more greasy. It was disappointingly greasy, but not as bad as White Castle.
Okay, so it's barely greasy at all. That's the kind of thing. It's like there's no bacon because they're
not good.
Okay, so when you got it, compared to other things, it's not really greasy. It's like actually not greasy enough. So because they don't use bacon because the owners apparently are Jewish. Obviously, that's not kosher, so they don't have any bacon on offer. And bacon on burgers is kind of like important.
You need bacon on burgers. That's why I said boo. By the way.
And the fries are just a yawn. Even when you do the animal fries, it's like too much. It's just boo. It's the bacon. That's why you're boo.
It's the bacon. That's it. For me, I don't think you need bacon on a burger. Personally,
you don't need it,
but I don't think you need it.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. It's a good fucking time. But like, In-N-Out, mid-skis. But you know what the funny thing is? Anytime I'm near it, I'll be like, let's get In-N-Out. Because I want to keep reminding, I'm like, it's like you keep...
Let me remind myself how shit this is, or how mid this is.
Or be like, why does everyone hype this up again? Yeah, man.
Everyone talks about it. Everyone talks about it. So I'm kind of like,
the hype definitely outweighs it. I would love to see, like, there's obviously which we know the number one's going to be, which actually Notion hasn't had, but I'm going to aggressively override any objection if there is one. Opposition to it. But you would understand and continue. Sorry, Dan. Let's keep this going.
Okay. Next one I have here, I have Nando's. So
Nando's is pretty fucking good too. Nando's could run a 3. Nando's could run a 3. Just on the off chance, because I forgot the other ones that we mentioned to Dan, and because we did have a little peek. I remember some of them. Nando's is pretty fire, but let's just go 3. Let's go 3. I think it's better in Australia and England than it is over here.
It's facts.
To be fair, I've not had a bad Nando's here. I've not had a bad Nando's. It's not let me down.
Bad.
It's
okay.
It's been. I've had bad Nando's before though in UK. I've had bad, but over here,
it's
just been
chicken is better.
Great.
Gotcha.
You have better chickens, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like working out. They're on the powders in the field, just lifting weights, being mad dogs, eating great.
Let's go. Let's get massive.
Don't get fucking huge.
Fucking do it, cunt. All right.
Okay. Next one we have Shake Shack.
1.
There's nothing. This one. There's just nothing better than this in the whole entire world. Like it's just so.
What's the deal, bro? It
so
looks picturesque.
Let me tell you.
Fake food. That's how good it looks.
Right. So obviously, like the food itself doesn't always necessarily look like the pictures, but it's like the thing is the secret I think is they use potato buns, which you can get from Farm Boy.
Yeah.
So
I love that shit.
Those buns are the best. The way that they're smash burgers, so they're little crispy. Whatever the fucking grease they cook it in is some sort of crack. Like I get one called the Smoke Shack, which is like, and you can get single or double. So I get the double.
Oh, give me a double
with the cheese, with the like chopped up peppers or chili little red things, some bacon and whatever the sauce is. So it's a little spicy. And the fries, crinkle cut. You can get crinkle cut fries with they can add bacon or cheese and some other bullshit. Bro, it's
they serve alcohol, they sell beer, wine.
So if you go to a proper one, they do. Yeah.
If you go to which one they do?
So they have beer and wine. They have their own one called the Shackmeister Ale, brewed by Brooklyn Brewery for them. But if you go to what I was going to suggest to Notion, if he wants to try it, the easiest way is to get a friend, rent a car or a friend with a car, drive to the Rochester Thruway, which from you would be a total of about 4.5 hours drive.
Soft.
Not including the border, because it's 2.5 hours from... No, it's not. It's 2.5 hours from home for me. It'd be 3.5 hours for you.
Yeah, it would be 4.5. It would be
it's 3.5.
It's 3 hours.
I'll just come across the bay, mate. Not too far, eh?
Technically, that would fucking be a fraction of the time, but
I'll get shot down by a robot shark.
They used to have a ferry back in the day, but they stopped it. I think people weren't using it, but so it's the one at a it's the equivalent of like an en route here in Ontario. So basically, they have these things. They're called, I forgot what they're called. They're the same concept, big glass, gray buildings that have the same shit every time. So it's like a consistent roadside experience for on the thruway is just the name for like the highway that goes from Rochester to Albany. And it's like the first one or second one out of town, going east towards Albany, like towards New York City. They have a Shake Shack there, and I believe they're getting one closer to the city soon. So not all of them have it, just occasional. So the ones that are in the airport, there's one in LaGuardia Airport, there's that one there. So like they fucked up in Providence, Rhode Island. They fucked up, and the avocado was like cardboard. Like rock solid avocado. So I complained, and I have a voucher, but I can't use the voucher at a roadside one or a airport one because they're not owned by Shake Shack. They're owned by the airport. They're owned by the roadside place. So they don't even have all the same offerings. Like there was one specific burger when we went last time that I asked for, and they didn't have. The chick was. I had to show her the picture of like what it was. She'd never even seen it before. So your experience of going to, if you do go in a city anywhere, that's completely different to that. It's the same shit, but you don't get all the same stuff. But if you just want the basic stuff without all the fun things, are fucking. That's what I get anyway. It's money.
Okay.
So
well,
just to clear.
I know it's coming to Toronto this year.
Nobody needs to go though, so you probably shouldn't go. I would say like don't go.
Yeah, I feel like no one should go.
It's not that good. I'm boosting it. It's just a burger chain. Do you want to support another American chain?
Just go Five Guys. Go Five Guys.
Go to Five Guys. Go to Chick-fil-A.
No, actually, no. Support local.
Support local. Go to all the local.
Go to Ruby's on Danforth.
There you go. Go there.
Exactly.
Tell
Go
them
there.
Notion and Dan sent you.
Go to Birdie's on Coxwell.
I will go check it out just in case. I'll go check it out just in case anyone does come.
Yeah, but like they shouldn't, because it's just a waste of time. Go, it's fine. There's no rush.
We'll go there just to see, just to make sure no one goes. But like,
just to make sure. But yeah,
no one goes. I'll make sure the menus are on point and everything's straight.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So no need for anyone to go check it out. But yeah, I just putting a number one for the sake of it, so it's fine. It's whatever. Don't ignore me. I got a really weird taste. The kids like it. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah. Greatest burger joint of all time. Okay.
Of all time.
Okay,
Gang.
where are we? Okay, two left. We have A&W.
I would put it at
5. I'd go 5. A&W, it's like the best of the Canadian ones that are easily available when you're on a road trip.
If he gives us some bullshit and it has to go in 2, I'll be pissed because A&W is pretty decent.
Were you going to put it as 2?
You think it's above Nando's? Would you say though?
Well, it's like I don't know. If you give us a flop next one, then I'll be pissed that it's not in 2. But
okay,
at the moment it's okay. Like it's only fast food that I personally eat because I don't eat fast food at all. I haven't had McDonald's for more than 10 years because I quit it when I was 30, and I haven't fucking had anything other than A&W.
I had Macca's last week.
I think I maybe had Burger King once because in like 2016 I was working with Lost Craft at the rugby and there was nothing open on this long weekend. There was some game going. No cunts had food, and there's a 24-hour Burger King across the road. Got a fucking
Burger King. It's pretty bad.
Burger King.
Oh, dude, it was the fucking worst thing in the world. I was like,
pretty
I fucking
bad.
instantly regret that. I was like, I can't puke that up, get that back. So
Hungry
anyway,
Jacks. Hungry Jacks.
Yeah,
H-J's.
It's the same fucking thing. It's just as bad. It's just as bad.
It's not. It's good food.
So okay, so
it's really big.
are we going 5 or 2? Are we going 5 or 2?
Going in 5. We'll take the gamble for fuck's sake.
Let's do 5. Only, yeah. Okay, let's do 5. A&W's breakfast though, money.
The breakfast actually pretty. I haven't had A&W since moving here actually, so it's been a while. But
get it
because it's 24 hours. Like if you're ever like out late and you wanted like, because the first meal of the day, I don't know about y'all, even if it's 4 p.m. I want an egg, and they always have breakfast. They have 24-hour breakfast. It's phenomenal. Yeah, so it works well. All right, let's see what number 2 is going to be.
Number 2, you have chosen Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's good.
I've had that in
to be
Atlanta
fair,
only.
You never had it in Toronto?
No. Where is it?
Scarborough Town Centre and downtown somewhere.
And
You want
Eaton
to Scarborough Town Centre? Hilarious.
that's
no,
where I had
no,
it.
it's just, no. There's one Bloor Young. There's one in Eaton
Yeah.
Centre. There's
There's a bunch.
local ones.
The Bloor Young one, I think that's the only one I knew about. I didn't know it was STC. It's so funny.
I had it at STC, and it was the worst I'd ever had because it was just the salt was off the charts. It was just, it's like they dropped the salt fucking shaker in the thing and just left it there. Like it was
Yeah.
It was really gross. But we had it I think from somewhere recently. I can picture. Oh, we got it in Florida. We got it in North Carolina, and it was good. It was like a good roadside one. So if you're in the States and you're driving and you need to get some food, like there's more fun options there. And you know, because you go somewhere like Sonic Burger or one of those fucking places. But
is that the place where they're on rollerblades?
I don't know if they are, but it's the one you're thinking of. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It just seemed like kind of trashy, but at least Chick-fil-A, because I would prefer. I'm not supposed to eat beef, plus, so like I prefer the chicken, and the fries are really good at Chick-fil-A.
Wait, where's the pause? Where's the pause in that?
Eating beef, eating meat, putting meat in my mouth, pause.
Okay, fair.
Hey, I can never be too careful. Never be too careful. Bro.
That's true.
But Chick-fil-A is good. One good thing about Chick-fil-A, Streets is watching. Exactly. The Streets are always watching. One good thing is that when Chick-fil-A first came to Toronto, there were like crazy lines. That must have been like pre-pandemic or like... Yeah.
Smack in the middle.
Okay. So then once... we're getting some interference. Once that calmed down though, everything was great. Yeah. So I think, and then they got more things. So that's what will probably happen with Shake Shack. Is it cancel who haven't had it or whatever? Bombard it, and then I'm
going to bombard it personally. But I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll 100% be there. I'll be
every
there
single time.
Let's hold hands and hang out in line.
That's literally what I said.
I wonder if they're saying when they're going to drop it.
They keep saying 2024. I don't know if there's an actual date though.
Yeah, there's no date. Yeah, they had that. Was it February?
I'm trying to see if there was. Just says.
There was one. There was a.
Oh, here's some good news. Here's some great news.
Here we go.
We plan to open 35 shacks in Canada by 2035, starting with the flagship location in Toronto in 2024. 35. Oh, I am so hard. I assume
like the farmland areas would probably get that in 2035, right?
Rock solid, dude. Like,
relax. Hamilton is the third biggest city in Ontario.
The farmland areas, like Hamilton,
you guys,
I'd assume
it's the
they
third.
get it 2035.
I'm gonna fight you. I am gonna personally.
It makes sense.
Personally, fight you. Okay, I'm gonna. It's gonna be violence against you. So anyway,
thank you.
So 35. So everyone's going to be on that one, and then once they have, we're going to get. Oh, we're going to have such a good Shake Shack here. They're going to open the Shack.
That's good. Good that one. What time is it?
42 minutes. Good one. 42 mins Shake Shack. Okay. Dan, was there any more?
Yeah, I got a couple more. Couple.
Let's go.
All right. Let's do. Let's do Kanye West songs.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
This is dangerous, but
so
yes.
Let's start with Easy, the diss track to Pete Davidson, the game song, technically.
That's a great song.
That is a fucking great.
Do you want to make it? Yeah, you know what? Let's do 5. Good one.
Yeah.
Let's 5 it up. Let's 5 it up.
Safety, bro. Fuck that.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Okay.
Fuck Pete Davidson. Who cares? That song's not that good. Sorry, I'm being a cunt. Let's go. We need to win this one. We're doing this, CFeezy.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. Next one. Runaway.
Do you know what?
2 or 3.
Do you know what's very, very funny? I'm listening. I actually wanted to talk about this. I'm listening to a podcast series now called Dissect on Spotify, and it's basically this guy. He does a musical dissection of albums and like classic albums. And I listened to the Runaway episode today. There's basically 3 episodes of 30 minutes that introduce Kanye and explain him to people who don't know, like his history and why the album was made, and just really breaking that down, and then going song by song. And he breaks down the chord progressions, like every instrument line by line and what the lines mean. Cool. It's all audio. It's not nothing you can watch, but I'm listening. Runaway is so good. There's 2 episodes about it, and I'm listening to this part 2 today. Runaway is probably one of the greatest songs of all time. I think that should be number 1.
I think it is. I think it genuinely is one of the greatest songs of all time.
Like when you really understand what he did on the song, it's truly brilliant. Like that whole album, I don't think there's a better album period ever in any genre. So I would say, I don't know if there's going to be, like, whilst it's not my favorite song, because if you say Through the Wire, then that would want to be number one, but I think Runaway is that good, it probably deserves to be number one. That's my argument. Thoughts?
It's like, it's a Goosebumps song for me, dude, so I 100% like that resonates, and I'm cool with that. Let's go.
Okay, it's a risk, but
it's a large Goosebumps
I don't know if there's much that can beat it. That's all I was thinking.
That's fair.
Okay,
that's fair.
Notion approved. And if it's wrong, I'll take the
crazy Hail Mary. Let's go with it.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go, Dan. Let's go.
Okay. All right, Bound 2.
Oh, 4. Don't love it.
Fine.
It's cool. It's just so overdone. I'm like, it's cool, but there's better songs.
Okay. We're gonna go with Jesus Walks.
Ooh,
is that a trias, no forest, or is that a two-us?
It's also pretty good style. Like it's a 2 or a 3. It's either or. Let's go on the gamble. Let's go 3.
Cool. I was gonna say I made the call for. It was your turn because you made the call for the number 5.
I'm not concerned about taking turns. We're meant to make this list correct, mate, and we're going for the greater result. I don't care about going evensies because, like, I'm not cutting the Mars bar in half, Craig. Okay, I'm going for the result.
We're doing it.
Because, funny story. Because C used to, back in the day when we were children, like single digits. This cunt, if we got a chocolate bar and we had to share it, this cunt would dead set get a ruler out and measure the cunt in half and cut it with a knife.
Wow.
He did that one time because he was like mad meticulous about making it, and I was double checking
like
it.
Equality.
Like, am I the umpire in the situation, checking the cut was clean. This guy was the most like Jew as far as sharing shit. It was so funny.
Do you know why? It's not because
it's like, it was all about just making it fair, dude.
That's all. It's making it fair.
It broke down to me over years, and I get it, but it was so funny because like one time you actually got a ruler out, and I
don't remember that. But that's pretty good if I did. Was I serious? I must have been joking. You remember that?
Oh, I had to be joking because like our pencil case was on the counter. I'm like, you just grabbed it.
Oh, okay. So I would have been a kid. Okay, I understand.
So scary.
Okay, so I would do that again.
You're an even kind of man. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right.
Not concerned with the evens. I'm concerned with the outcome. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Number 2. Let's see what number 2 is.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, wait.
You got one, right?
Have one.
Through the Wire.
Hey!
So, like, that is probably my favorite Kanye song of all time, but I know that Runaway is better. Like, Runaway is a piece of musical genius. So,
genius.
You don't, like, if you think the album is good now, wait till you hear this fucking guy break it down. It's talking like he replays the chord, because you can see that it's, what's the joint? Devil in a New Dress is actually an E sharp major, which is its complete. Then the next chord is D sharp minor, and it's looking for a resolution that the song never finds. And really, the resolution of those two repeating chords is the first E natural on ding on Runaway, like that shit.
Exactly.
But like
in the same,
that's the shit he's talking about. And like talking about each bar and breaking it down, and like, you know, if you think about the character that he's playing, because he's coming off the Taylor Swift shit, and then everyone hated him and he wanted to kill himself, so with all these things about death on there, and then they all tie, and it's like, it's almost like the album, I don't think they intended to do the things on that album that this guy is saying they did. I think they just, it happened.
They're just dissecting it.
And they just
noticing that.
I think that's what it is, because otherwise it's like, it's the level of genius is so far away than anything that's ever been done before as far as music. I think
Kanye was in his absolute zone, in his flow state, in his whatever, to create that kind of thing, and then that's the byproduct of creating something genius, because you create, as long as you create something like Rick Rubin says, if you create something for God in a true sense and a true state, then, you know, whatever happens after that, as long as you're doing something with the right heart and mind in line and everything like that, then the audience will do whatever happens, and then shit like that happens, and it resonated so heavily that these musical geniuses, or this guy who can tell you what fucking chords going into what, I've seen a similar thing on one of Mac Miller's albums, on his Circle album and the other one, and how they all. It's like if you have it on repeat, it's like one big circle. It's crazy because the last note on the album starts. Is the resolution is the first song, the first note on the first track of the album. So shit like that. So cunts that are that way inclined find those little gems, and that's kind of like an accidental, amazing,
like Easter egg
Easter egg that happens from these beautiful albums from these artists that channel that crazy shit when they create it. They don't really have that, crazy outcome intended, but that it just happens because it's so made with such a true intent that I think that's where it comes from. Just like a beautiful thing just happens, and then smart cunts look at it and go, "Oh, but this," and it's like, "Well, that wasn't Kanye's intention, but that's just how it came out." Sick, though.
Right?
I reckon it's
It's brilliant. Love it. Here for it. That was fun. Is there any more, or are we?
I have one more if you're ready.
Yeah, let's do it, and then we'll
I have one more.
Get into some tier lists. Yeah. All right.
Yes,
let's get this right.
This is hip hop artists.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start off with the obvious GOAT, Drake.
Let's put. Do you want to put him at 5? Okay. That was good. That was funny. Do we want to put him?
4?
Let's do 4. just because there might be people that we like more than that. That's really all it comes down to. Obviously, we both like Drake. Like we've established this. But it's also fun to give Drake shit to piss Dan off. Just to be clear.
Yeah. It was also equally as fun. Yeah.
Okay. Go with.
Pardon?
Let's go with Nas.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
He's gonna say Kanye at some point.
That's it, exactly.
That's why
you'll be surprised.
We're just waiting.
You'll be surprised.
Andre 3000.
No, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. Future.
Dirk. Uzi. Gunna.
LOX. The Locks.
Lux? I'd put him at 5.
Well, it might be a trap though, Craig.
Fuck yeah, you're right.
It's a dog shit.
Okay, so it's 3 or 5. What are we doing, Nosh? What are we doing? What's your gut telling you?
Oh man.
Do
Okay,
you want to do 3? We can do 3.
Locks consist of Styles P, Chic Luch, and
Jadakiss.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at the list. I'm like, fuck, and like, what are you like? There, that's a good. That could go a 3 right there because
3 it up.
Jadakiss
3 for 3.
3 for 3. That's a soft 1 LP.
All right, 3 for 3. Let's do it. 3 cunts, number 3.
Because Jadakiss is better than Drake. Any single day, you could even point anything to do with anything at anything. So, let's go, Dan.
All right,
sure. Okay. Okay. Next one, Andre 3000.
That's gonna have to. Oh, that sucks. He's gonna have to go 5 just in case.
Yeah.
And then because you're actually listing like good people.
Album.
Yeah, I didn't always rate Andre. I always liked Outkast, but I never specifically rated him as a solo. I remember Notion 08 when we were in Seattle. DJ Hyphen said that Andre was in his top 5, and I was like,
"You were flabbergasted."
Fuck yeah! I never heard anyone say that.
Ended. But then he had some arguments, and then you were like, fair, "Okay, maybe I could see a 5."
Yeah.
To be fair, I heard that. I remember hearing that one time. I heard that years ago when Eminem made that song "Till I Collapse."
Yeah.
He said
Andre from Marquez, Jada Kupluk.
I was like, what? I was like, really? Yeah. But then I kind of get it now. I get it a lot more than I previously did, anyway.
Yeah, I get it more now. I guess at the time that was when I first was exposed to it. Then I kept seeing it, and I was like, "Where had this take been?"
That's the thing. I keep seeing it as well. So it's like maybe I'm wrong, you know.
Yeah, and it's no disrespect. This is we didn't know it was coming. Pause.
Okay, and the final artist.
Which is
who don't you want the final artist to be?
Oh, anyone new?
It has to be Kanye. That's what you have to put.
If it's not Kanye, then obviously we fucked up. Jay-Z, that I'd be okay with that.
If I can tell you this, there is no Jay-Z on this list. There's no Kanye West on this list.
It's Future.
There's no Future. There's no Future on this list.
Fantastic. Good job. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So it's more just like the name, the artist that you named. If you go and take like a left turn and you go and say Uzi Vert or something, like that would be like, haha, you got us. But like, it's like because we didn't.
Oh, I saw it. I reckon we're getting the dog bone. Right?
No, you're not. You're not. It's good ice. It's good ice.
Dude, come on now. It better be firebombs. Okay. I'll fuck you.
Dog bone me. Dog bone me.
The artist you have chosen as number one is Pastor Mace. That is the number one artist, and I think that's a good fucking artist to have as number one.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Honestly, we all grew up on a bit of $MA$E.
If you're ever trying to find me, I think I can warn you.
I'm trying to say it.
I get hard if I want to, and you let it. Pause. I don't know why he didn't say that. He should have said pause. He's like the pause goat.
He should have.
No, he's not. Cameron is.
Well, that's true, but he's like up there in the conversation as the Harlem, the assisting pause. He's the pause assistant. He's the John Stockton of pause.
I feel like I wanted to honestly start a YouTube channel to actually point out all the pauses that they miss.
Ooh.
There's so many because I watched the first when they actually started popping off and going like viral.
Faceless channel.
Dude, funny as
fuck. Where is the content is on YouTube, right?
Yeah, they have. It is what it is on YouTube. Yeah.
And technically, it's a sports podcast.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Sports commentary.
Okay. Cool.
Would it be fun to have a faceless YouTube channel where you just call pause or something, or some sort of fun pause play? And
that's what I'm saying. That's my idea. Like, what do you?
But like,
how do you?
Not just them. Like all pause, all missed pauses.
Oh, there's so many.
All media.
It's like them compilation videos that people release at the end of the year.
Yeah, or you could have individual ones that are like 30 seconds, like maybe as shorts where you're like taking one, but otherwise you just like slowly gather them as you see them and then have a running Final Cut fucking session and you just keep adding
That'd
them.
be good.
You know what I mean? Not mad at Mace. I don't know if you heard. Is this a fair thing? He's the John Stockton of pauses, of pausing.
Oh,
is that fair?
Good one. Yes. Good reference.
Okay.
Good reference.
Who the hell is John Stockton?
Oh,
can I tell because I'm the sports guy? No, Dan wasn't old enough. Dan wouldn't know.
I was going to Google it, but you can.
Are you familiar with the Utah Jazz, Dan?
I'm familiar with the Utah Jazz.
Yes, I smoked that jazz lettuce.
Are you familiar with Karl Malone, the mailman? Dan.
I am familiar with Karl Malone. I don't know.
Okay.
So what the mailman is.
So the Scottie Pippen to Karl Malone's Michael Jordan was a gentleman by the name of John Stockton who was short. It was like my height, like maybe 6 foot, 5'11", something.
5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, and he was the assist goat. He was 3-pointer, but he was fucking like that's why the Utah in the 90s. Yeah, they came through. Utah was doing pretty good because of those two. So John Stockton.
He's like their Chris Paul.
I actually don't know what I don't. I know the name, and doesn't he play for Boston or something?
He plays for who does he play? Who does he play for?
See, I don't even know. Okay, I just googled Chris Paul. Did he used to play for Boston Celtics?
He plays for the Clippers.
Oh, okay, but he used to play for Boston. No, that's how I know the name.
No. He used to play for. Oh no, he plays for GSW.
Oh.
He plays for GSW, but then he used to play for Phoenix Suns. That's why.
And then 6'1".
6'1".
He looks so small, dude.
So
I'm
I just
6'3".
Chris Paul
so
is
small on TV.
Is 6.
Okay. 6 foot. Okay, just want to clarify everything here. The top 5 assists of all time. So number 5, Steve Nash. Number 4, LeBron James. Number 3, Chris Paul. So great point. And I'm looking who he plays for. Number 2, Jason Kidd. And number 1, who's got 3,000 more assists than Jason Kidd, is John Stockton. So he is the GOAT of GOATs of all that. And that's actually really impressive that LeBron is coming through with that many assists. It's actually spectacular. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Actually.
He's incredible. Yeah, unfortunately, he's incredible.
Wow, John Stockton played for one team the whole time, 1984 to 2003, bro.
Yeah, he's the most loyal to the soil. Yeah.
That's amazing. Where everybody else has like a box this long of all the different teams they play for. No shit. Anyway, there you go. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew just how dedicated to sports I am, and
you absolutely.
It's crazy to me that
you're
not concerned with basketball as like you grew up as a huge fan of basketball, You know so much about basketball, but now it's just like that's like to me meeting you in 10 years time and then you saying, "Oh, I don't really listen to music. I don't know anything about music." It's
Yeah,
I've
you
never
just move on.
seen such a switch up. I've never seen such a switch up. That's so.
Do you know when we stopped? We stopped in when I discovered rap music, I think, because we were playing basketball. As soon as we discovered rap, basketball went real quick down in the interest list as far as like.
It didn't go down as far for me as it did for
Correct.
you, but it definitely dipped huge.
Yeah, rap became my everything, and then now I don't. I used to know every label, every producer, everything, but now it's too much. You can't even keep up anymore. And
That's too much.
But all right, that was fun. Good work. Great work putting that together, Dan.
Nice.
Thank you. So
Nice.
we haven't done a tier list for a while, so we're gonna bust out a quick 1-2 tier list. Let me pull it up here. We're gonna do. Oh, it's probably going to say if I go to the screen share here. Oh, nice! Already posted. Look at that.
Oh,
hell
beautiful.
So we're gonna do the ultimate adult cartoons tier list. So we were looking. Okay, this has been go. Basically, we looked for regular cartoons that was given as children's stuff. So we had to look for adult cartoons. So what this is looking like here is a whole bunch of logos, essentially, as opposed. So there's quite a lot here. Let's fuck around. May I suggest?
There's also a lot that surprisingly I don't know. But go on.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch I don't know either. To be fair as well, may I suggest just the obvious S tier that we all know?
Yeah, put it in.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Now,
and this needs to be
the next question I have, gentlemen. Where does Family Guy go?
A.
D. It's not that funny, man. It's really not that good.
Well, okay. So we're going like this. Okay. All right. Cool. So,
I reckon Family Guy is
like a C or a B.
You know what? I would concede to a B, but like when it's on point, you are right. It's not as good as it used to be. But when they have those clips that are like the ones that speak to a lot of, which I'm not going to talk on,
clips.
They're just. It's honestly, but the commentary, the social commentary, sometimes it's South Park level, sometimes it's mid. South Park hits like 98% of the time. Family Guy might hit 50-60%, but when it hits,
So, I'd say 60%.
Family Guy's more of a legacy pick though, because it's been around for a long time.
Do you guys think B is fair for that?
It's a B. Because it's been out forever. I think
let's leave it there for now. Then how about that?
Leave it there for now. We can.
How about Simpsons? So this is an interesting one.
Right next to South Park. I don't give a fuck, boys.
It's just not that funny.
We grew up on it, dude. The amount of shit they've pulled.
For legacy, 100% it can't be below B. But I just think for entertainment wise, are we really saying it says entertainment?
Maybe A minimum. Like it's A or S, dude. Like I reckon.
Okay, look at it like this.
I think S. But
so if you look at the way, I understand why you're saying that, and I don't think you're necessarily wrong for saying that. Just wanted to, I kind of align with Dan more. If you think of it like this, South Park came out in like 96, 97, and it's been consistent for 25 years. Consistent as fuck.
Yeah, true.
Simpsons was so brilliant at its time, and then it's almost like when's the last Simpsons episode you saw that was new? Like, have you seen one in the last 10 years? Like, I haven't.
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
So, would it be fair to say that maybe we'll pop it in B for now, and we'll see where it goes? And it's like, I understand it is a legacy call, and there's definitely a bias when it comes to that. Agreed. But it's kind of the inconsistent in comparison to a South Park. Probably only gets it a B if you really want to be.
Yeah, let's say The Simpsons came out with 10 seasons and they've only been about for 5 years. We're not putting that above a D, if we're honest.
Right.
If The Simpsons only came out 5 years ago, we're not putting it above a D.
Okay, that's probably a fair point then. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got with some of these. There's I don't know if there's anything tickles your pickle. Futurama.
I have a few.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
I have a few. Yes, Futurama. That's in my opinion. You guys seen Futurama?
Yeah.
Heaps.
I think it's an A. Sure. I think it's an A. I think it's excellent. I think it's The Simpsons, but way better, way more smart, and more inappropriate. It's so good.
I haven't seen enough. I would probably say B because I haven't seen enough, but I do know how well loved it is and how much better than The Simpsons it is. I've heard exactly that.
It's so good.
Okay, so Dan thinks A, I think B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said B, but like we can
You
just,
said
I
B?
don't know, we can put it in A for now, see what tickles. Like, I mean, I've seen a few seasons of it. Like, I wouldn't say I'm like, I know all of it because it wasn't really regularly on shit that I saw. So I probably have to binge that with a huge backwards and just like smoke it and it's like watch like
You probably could. Very, very entertaining.
Is it
like
better
3 hours.
than Family Guy and Simpsons? That's probably the question here now.
I would say yes. I'd say yes.
Yeah. Big call.
So then Notion said yes to the A. Let's just pop it in A and we'll come back to it. How about that?
Okay.
That's good with me.
All right. So we had that one. What else do we have in here? You want to?
Can we put American Dad in D or F?
American Dad is pretty mid. Whoops.
D or F.
Hang on, wait.
It's so shit.
I go D. I'd be cool with D. I liked it back in the day. Like I bought the DVDs of it.
I'd probably say C based on Roger alone, but like whatever. We'll see if anything else is worse. There'll be heaps more shit to bump American Dad up.
There you go. There's a lot of fair.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys see anything else that's?
Have you guys seen the show Robot Chicken?
No, but I've heard about it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Dude, swim.
It is fucking wild,
It's
and
the
it's
most
so funny.
Shit, dude, if you come home from after hours and it's on TV, you'd relate to it. But it's the most cooked shit.
It's so like
ever.
it's
That's
so
a fucking
niche.
F, dude.
It's so niche. No one's seen it, but it's like whoever has seen it knows it's
so
fucking crazy.
Okay.
It's so fun. Like it's like outrageous. It's like the shit they get away with on South Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's like imagine that, but like claymation, and it's the
Gotcha.
weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, but it's so funny.
Okay.
Their jokes really hit.
So where should it go then? Because I must have seen it, but I don't have enough of a memory.
F or a D. It's Seth Green.
Gotcha. Okay.
And etc.
So should we put a D then? Like because
I'd
it's
put an F or a D. Like it's pretty fucking horrible, but it's amazing at the same time.
What would you say, Dan?
That's the thing, and it hasn't been. It's not. I'm pretty sure it got cancelled pretty.
So let's go D. How about we go D then?
But like
It's got no
D,
legacy. It's a random culty stoner shit. I think it's an F, but like whatever.
Yeah.
We'll work with it.
All right, we'll put it there
is
for now.
hilarious.
Okay, amazing. What's another one? Rick and Morty. I've only seen like one episode of that, but everyone loves it. Can you tell me where is it?
Second row below Daria.
Second row.
Gotcha.
It's
Put it in.
an A.
That'd be A or a B for sure. It's
Yeah,
easily better than
100%.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in an A.
I'm comfortable with that.
And apparently, the latest season, although the guy who does all the voices got sacked, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, it's really fucking good. Like, I've been hearing it's like the funniest season ever. So I'm like, fair enough.
All
I
right.
haven't seen it yet, but yeah.
Okay.
Can we do?
I just scrolled all the way down to the bottom.
Oh yeah, can we go up?
Of course.
There was one at the top I wanted to do. Can we do Beavis and Butthead?
Yes.
Classic. C.
It's a classic. I didn't grow up on it, but I know
It's just
quite a bit
dumb.
about
It's
it.
just dumb. Like really.
It's just dumb,
really
and I kind of don't like that comedy anymore. I think when I was younger and I first heard about it, I kind of like really
the
liked it,
legendary,
but now,
the legendary status they had in the '90s. Like they deserve at least that.
Okay. So C.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think C is
That's
okay.
fair.
All right. What about Big Mouth?
That's a
think
B,
D.
I reckon, because it's well written.
I think so.
It's got Andy
You know what?
Kroll's in Nutcase. He's.
I'm going to call the middle. Because
Cool.
when you said B, one
I
said D,
think
I'll
that's
say
fair.
C. Yeah.
I think that's fair. And yeah, it's well written. It's got really good voice actors in it.
It does
So-
very, very well.
What about
Talent
BoJack?
on that show is disgusting. BoJack probably.
You know, I
chuck him in,
never
like,
saw BoJack Horseman.
Never. I watched the first few seasons. It
Why
had
is there
some.
no E?
Why is there no? Oh,
E.
Don't know.
I don't know. No
Okay,
clue.
cool.
You can probably rename it.
Yeah, you could probably do, but I don't care. BoJack, I don't know, like a C or D.
D.
Is it good?
It's cool.
People love
It's
it.
okay.
but-
It's very dry.
Super dry. Like it's a bit
Like,
ridiculous, but
like Archer.
yeah.
same
Oh,
shit.
Archer's great. If Archer's on
Archer's
here,
pretty good, actually. I think
Archer should be
Archer.
on there.
What
Yeah,
about
it is.
CH, right?
The blue letters with the CH.
Yeah. To me, honestly,
CH.
Arch is at least a B.
I watched it literally last night for like 3 hours.
I think it's a B.
Like,
it's actually really fucking good. It's really
Arch is
I
great.
wouldn't put it. Yeah, okay. B's pushing it for me, but like
B
I
might
like
be
Big
pushing it.
Mouth
I
and
agree.
like Archer. Let's be real.
Say that again?
B might be pushing it.
I think I like Big Mouth more than I like Archer, but I think Archer can still go.
So C?
I don't think Archer is a B. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
happy with it.
I'm happy with that. I'm not married to it. I just quite like it.
Yeah, it's cool. I wouldn't turn it off, but it's not like I'm gonna jump out of my way to put it on.
Understood.
That kind of thing.
What else we got here, fellas?
I'm trying to look for ones that I recognize from.
There's
What are the
Bob's
ones?
Burger.
Can you move us? Because I can't see the right column at all.
If I move it.
Oh yeah, same.
Is that
Unless
bad in the
you
ass for
should
you?
zoom in on your screen
That's
a bit
fine.
more.
That's fine. It's just missing one row.
So what if
Okay,
if I scroll slowly on the right hand side, then you can see at the very top
yeah, it's
above me.
Oh yeah. True. I was gonna say Bob's Burgers. I've seen a bit of it. It's okay.
Bob's Burgers is cool. We can do that.
Okay, I've
It's
never seen an
it's not
episode,
awful.
but
Oh, then no, we don't do that.
well,
Because it limits
okay.
the vote. So
I haven't really
scroll
seen
down.
much else.
What about King of the Hill?
Bob's Burgers.
Well, let's do Bob's Burgers.
King
Have
of
you
the
guys
Hill.
seen it at all?
I've seen
It's great.
some of it. Yeah.
Okay, where
That'd
would you
be-
guys put it? Just tell me, I'll put it in there.
C or a D.
Dan?
Yeah, I think D because I wouldn't put it above anything in C. Honestly.
Gotcha. King of the Hill. Where does that go? I haven't seen that in forever. Is that like a C because it's legacy?
Probably like a D or a C because C's got
Yeah. Okay. What about
Perfect.
Daria? I had seen that back in the day.
again
is
as
Daria?
dry as fucking BoJack or
Probably
Archer,
a D.
so
What is Daria? I've never
Cat-
heard of it
Let's
or
say
seen it.
I don't even. I think a chicken school, wasn't she? And she was like,
yeah.
it was
Sure.
like, yeah,
Pressed and kind of like chilling. I don't
just
know.
super dry. Like, yeah, like you said, dry is the best way to describe it. She had no, like,
Very
you look at
dry.
her eyes, you can tell that she's just like no personality and like and says crazy shit.
She's bored.
But
But it was it did well.
I found one that
what
needs
else
to
we
go
got?
in S.
okay.
Boondocks, top right.
Where?
It's the black.
Yeah,
house
there it
next
is.
to the
Oh,
white.
yeah, with
there you go.
The grey
That's
background, the
S.
transparent. That's S.
I'm.
Boondocks is-
I never
it's-
saw it, but I'm cool. I'm comfortable with that.
Never saw
So
it,
good.
dude.
It's crazy
like-
to me
I-
how
I
you've
really like
never
it.
saw it. That is crazy.
Like I'd seen clips, but I never watched the
Regina-
whole thing. Yeah.
Regina King, she made the whole thing, didn't she? She
Okay.
voiced
No,
a lot
This is
of characters.
Riley and both of the
Huey.
boys.
Right.
Sorry, fuck.
Okay. But I know it's like a
So
cultural
good.
classic. So yeah, it is weird that I missed it. It was. I don't know why.
I didn't even
Anybody-
see the logo until you pointed it out. It's very hidden.
Yeah,
it's
I
good.
was really looking out for it, and then I found it. Luckily,
I didn't spot that. Nice one.
I'm not
Stimpy, is that there?
Ren and Stimpy. Oh,
I'm hoping it is. I don't think it is.
I can put that in because is this? Hang on, is that? No. I did. I swear I saw it before because I think I'm gonna be the weak link in this one because I think I've seen the least animated. This so many of these I don't.
really,
I recognize a few of them, but they're not worth putting in the thing.
Yeah,
scroll down a little bit more.
that's the end here.
Can you put Invincible so that above teenage something?
Yep.
That is that's a show written by it's the Amazon Prime show written by Seth Rogen. It's not a
Okay.
comedy. It's a superhero. It's like a superhero animated show, but it's like what if superheroes were real? Well, and it's like how it's way more realistic. It's not like it's dark. People will die and shit. It's actually sick. It's not like Marvel. So it's that to me is one of the best animated things I've ever watched.
Okay.
And that would go into A because of how well written it is. It's so good.
Well, for Seth Rogen, then I'm already sold. He's the man.
That's true.
Yep. Okay. Let's do one or two more, and then we'll
yeah,
go
I'm
to the next
struggling
segment.
Rank Yankers.
There it is. Ren and Stimpy.
Hilarious. Oh my god, yes. Okay,
So
so,
that's
that
like
will
a
be
C?
probably
What is that?
Simpsons. It's like a B or C.
I'll go see. Okay. Ren and Stimpy's the most fucked up show that I think I've ever seen.
Really?
Okay.
Like,
What do you
That
mean?
sounds like Robot Chicken to me.
It was grotesque with the detail on those like close-up shots and stuff. It was gross.
They did some like I saw something that did some like really weird gay shit, and this was from like the 90s or early 2000s. Yeah, and it was like they're like dogs or something, but they're like, and Ren talks like he's like Mexican or some shit. I guess because he's like Chihuahua, and I don't know what Stimpy is. They're just like, I don't even remember. I just know that you'd have to see a clip and you'd be like, oh, okay. It's just like, it's so
okay, so then,
weird. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Bro, we watched some weird cartoons, but they didn't, they didn't fuck us up.
No,
I don't want to chop me cock up, fucking become a bird, but so, didn't do too much of a harm.
All right, last one. Did you see anything else here that I can't really see anything else that I even really know?
Roll down. I'm trying to recognize some as well. What else have we got? A lot of these ones are just. Since when did Ricky Gervais have one?
Yeah, and there was Trailer Park Boys animated
series. Celebrity Deathmatch next to
Celebrity Deathmatch was sick, that was actually. That was fucking sick. Hilarious, that's a throwback. Oh,
that
could be a C or a...
That's a C.
Or a D.
It's a C.
C? Yeah, that's
I like
funny, man. Almost fun. And they put, like, for example, Kid Rock and fucking some other person together that they were beefing at the time. It was very, very timely
it was
entertainment.
Okay, so that's pretty good. Do we like hang on because I've kept like the other two that we were working on or do we just close it? We won't come back to this because we didn't really know anymore.
We'll dash this one. We're done with this one. That's it concluded.
That's it concluded. All right, nice. That's good.
I'm happy
good
with
shit.
That. I'm happy with
that's
that.
fun.
Good job, cunts.
So, alrighty. Next up, I think we're just doing like news and stuff.
Let's have a little bit of news. News.
All right, couple little things that happened. Do we want to go straight to? We're going to try and keep it a little more rather than like ranty and shit. The thing that's still trending, it happened as of recording like a couple of days ago, but basically a clip of a podcast with Mos Def came out where the host asked him, "Is Drake hip hop?" And he was like laughing, like saying, "Don't do that to me." And he compared Drake to, he goes, Drake is good like if I'm shopping at Target. So he was calling it shopping music, mall music, pop music. He called Drake pop essentially, not hip hop. So, and he had a pretty decent reasoning behind that. He was making fun of like somebody at a mall, like this mall's great. It's got everything. Like just really like, hear the new Drake? It's great. Like, and they're just really making fun of it all. It's both Drake and Mos are trending on Twitter still, like for like 2 days over it, which is pretty hectic. Mos did say some other things about like the fall of the empire, like, is this shit not crumbling? I basically almost saying like, why are we paying attention to somebody making music that's sort of like about nothing when this whole fucking shit is falling apart? That was kind of what I took from it. And to him, he's the type of dude who left America, was on a sovereign citizen on the global passport, which is this thing that's outside governments that you kind of can and can't travel on. Mos is an interesting dude.
Where does he live?
I don't know. I think he's in the States now. I don't know. I think for a while he was living in South Africa. So he was big on that sovereign citizen shit. And that's why him and Dave Chappelle, they have a pod with Kweli on Wondery. And, they've been all talking that real shit for a long time. Mos is definitely the most serious of the three. Like, Chappelle and Kweli, I would say, as far as those things. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of his take on is Drake hip-hop? Actually, like, Dan first, because I'm curious what you were saying. Because I sent it because I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like Drake slander. Let me send this to Dan and get him to see it. But then I was like, oh, this is actually a kind of an interesting conversation because it's like, it's kind of nuanced a bit.
But it makes sense. Like, I get why people would say that, but I think it's like being a victim of versatility, his music is very genre bending. And it's kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily say he's a straight hip hop artist, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's a straight like pop artist. He just does music within that space.
Right.
He'll do house music, he'll do pop music, he'll do hip hop, he'll do rap, whatever. But that doesn't make him one of those particular artists that fall within that genre. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of his music is genre bending, and that's what people maybe they just don't like that because it's like, oh, what are you trying to be? Are you trying to be a hip hop artist? Trying to be a pop artist? You trying to make music to go in the shopping mall? It's kind of like shopping mall music to me is kind of like what the New Weekend music's kind of like, and
That's
I don't think Drake makes music like. I don't think Drake makes music like that, but I think he can make music like that and has before. But I wouldn't say that's his category, because you can't tell me like 5 a.m. in Toronto is the same as like Falling Back off the House album. You know, it's just very much being a victim of versatility. It happens. Pushback. So
fair pushback.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like you can, if people think he's a pop artist, it's fine. It is what it is. But it's like, I wouldn't even say I'd say he's a rapper, but he's also doesn't fit into one genre, which is fine. It's not a deep thing to me.
Okay, I like that. Measured.
Personally.
Measured. Lack of emotion. Nosh, what do you think in general? And do you have any retort to Dan's thoughts there?
Not much of a retort to Dan's. Like, honestly, all good points, all sweet as. Like, you know, he doesn't really own one space. Drake's not just for bars. He's not just like, he does the dance shit. He does the whatever. It is genre bending. Like, he does that. But like, overall, like, he's a pop artist. Like, this, all of his shit leans, like, I don't know. Like, yes, he can rap, and he tried to get, like, he can't make one career off just doing the backpack rap on the soul sample beats and whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. So, like, I understand what Mos is saying, because he got to a point where he's made so many hits catering to that pop audience that cunts can easily consider him a pop artist, and he gets played in malls. He's on all the playlists that cunts listen to. 12-year-olds buy him with mummy's permission. Like, his main market is like fucking, you know, babies and shit. He's a pop artist, true and true, but he can also do the other things, which is what he built all the way up to doing. So, like, I know Mos is definitely on point. There's nothing wrong with what he said, but also what you said is super true as well, Dan. Like, he can totally do a whole, he's like, dude, he can act, he can rap, he can do all kinds of roles, acting wise and comedy wise. He can do it on music genres too. Like, he's honestly, you know, it's ridiculous like that, and that's where you got to give him your hats off. But otherwise, he's still a pop cunt. So, like, I don't know. I'm really like, I'm Switzerland on this heavily.
It's hard to say. I don't know. I think he just does different genres, and I don't know. Even if I'm going to look at the new album now on my phone. It's kind of like, I wouldn't even say the majority of that is pop. I'd say it's kind of like, there is a mixture of pop. there's a lot of rap and hip hop, but then I wouldn't say even based off that he's a pop artist. Even he released the fucking Scary Hours. That's straight rap. He has a song, the whole 21 Savage album with Drake. That's all hip hop.
He's marketed by the biggest machine in the world, arguably. He's everywhere. He's pop marketed, dude. Like, he's just
that's true. That is true. Yeah. He is pop market.
He's everywhere all the time. Like, grandmas know who he is, dude.
I would say to be mainstream hip hop. What would, like, the thing is now, when we were having this conversation, because we always argue about it on text, and Nosh was saying the other day that Drake is a pop artist, and a lot of these newer artists.
We've said it like a few times over a few pods.
And it's not a negative judgment either. No, like, to be clear, like that's, say, back in the day, I listened to equally like Mace and Puff Daddy, which was mainstream hip hop, like the closest thing to like pop, and then I listened to Mobb Deep and fucking like the grimy backpack shit, and there was a much more like, you're either in the charts when there wasn't much rap in the charts. Right now it's different, because everything, like 90% of the charts is rap, and then there's Taylor Swift or something, like, so there's like mainstream hip hop that is broken through, and then there's kind of everything else. So like this day and age, like the example I gave to you guys on text is the Griselda guys mainstream or pop now? Because the music is grimy, but it's successful, and they're making actual real money. And
not like popular like Drake.
But then is J. Cole pop?
Well, you could probably say yes. If Drake is pop, then J. Cole is pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some of look at J. Cole's music, right? Some of it is.
J. Cole doesn't make gay music in comparison to Drake.
Like, that is our opinion. I agree with you. That is our opinion.
Yeah, like he makes J. Cole doesn't make softer leaning topic-wise music than Drake does. So I don't know.
Recently,
oh, you mean
look
like
at like,
topic-wise?
but like, what about like like Power Trip, like got me up
what about
on
Wet
like,
Dreams?
yeah, that's all
Bang,
like
Wet Dreams, Power Trip. But that's still
but
the
it's
genre.
a hip hop song.
That's
It's like a hip hop organic song. It's not made to be a pop song to get records. It was just a good song that got made, and everyone happened to love it. It's good artwork.
okay.
That everyone
What about Wet Dreams then?
reciprocated.
What about Wet Dreams?
Wet Dreams? Oh, the love song where he's wanking and shit. So that's a song that everyone resonated with
before. No,
because everybody fucking went through high school and puberty and young love and being vulnerable and like, you know, fingering bitches and doing all that sort of like firsts of things. That's a relatable song.
You can still argue it's a pop song, though.
And that was popular because that song was so organic and came from such a good place that was like.
Do you know what it is? The word pop doesn't have the same. Back in the day, if someone called your favorite artist pop, you probably want to punch him in the face because you're like, no, bro. Because you know what pop was? Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, NSYNC. Now, though, it doesn't have the same meaning. Just that's to be really clear. Like it's not the same. Because hip hop as a genre, or as rap music essentially, and whatever comes under that, and it's a big umbrella. Most of the stuff that's popular music. So it doesn't have the same sting that it used to. So like I don't like J. Cole has always been. I don't think he was not an underground artist for long. He didn't really put that much stuff out as like this sort of unknown guy. He got signed to a major. As soon as you're signed to a major, it almost automatically in this day and age you're now pop. You're a popular artist. So J. Cole, whilst I see what you're saying, as far as like are those songs like pop songs because they're not Katy Perry, but they're I'm
thinking we're saying pop as in bubblegum.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't mean the same thing like it used to because
that's it. So we should stop saying pop. We should stay if something's
pop
actually
is a
like
terrible
pop,
term if you're gonna.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
no one's
like
gonna think
packaged
in that context.
bubblegum like that. But
like mainstream is a good way to say it, or is it if it's on Billboard? You could probably say it's mainstream, right?
Mainstream hip hop.
But do you mean
Jack
it
Harlow
in the sense
mainstream
of like how Jack Harlow can make that kind of music?
The definitions are clear.
Well, I don't know if Jackman
being mainstream isn't that's not an issue. That's not.
But beforehand it was. So this is maybe I don't know how much you were aware of it, but like if you were a Rappity Rap fan and someone say I was around Rappity Rap people and they knew I listened to Mace, like I would cop it. Because I always liked both. Yeah, all of a sudden you're like, oh, let's listen to that fucking pop shit for you, pussy. Yeah, like when you should be listening to bars and grimy, right? So that's what we grew up with. So it's really difficult to escape from that paradigm. So you hear the word pop and you immediately feel offended. So like, it doesn't mean the same shit that when we were coming up because it's not cut and dry because any hip hop that broke through was rare.
Hip hop was so outcast. It was always outcast. It's not for fucking regular cunts. It's a Yeah, that's
a niche subgenre to give a voice to an oppressed people. That's what it was for. And then as it got more popular over time, it's now taken over everything. And it's now so watered down and controlled by people who have nothing to do with the architects of the culture that it's bastardized and it's not what it used to be. So we got into it when hip-hop technically was like 20 years old, a little younger. Yeah, right. But like... It hadn't really found its feet, I don't think, really well until the early 90s anyway. So I think we got into it at a great time, but it still was forming. Whereas like rock and roll had been around since 30s, 40s, 50s. Jazz has been around for 100 years, so on and so forth. So like all these, and then in the late 90s was the big boy band era. And that was it was like you listen to NSYNC or you listen to Mobb Deep or whatever. Like it's
pop.
That's the difference. So like that was like you didn't want to get the two confused. So then now it's so weird. It's really hard to even explain what it means because you could say that J. Cole is like the top rappers like Kendrick Cole, Drake, as far as of this generation, they're all arguably pop art. All of their artists are all their albums are multi-platinum. They're playing stadiums.
There's a gray area in that definition because 100% going by that definition, Drake, J. Cole, Stormzy, all these man are
all of them.
pop, like 110%.
Back in the day, we wouldn't have this level of a conversation about artists
at all.
We would talk about Mason stuff because we liked it, but we wouldn't that wasn't the core of our shit. So now, all of the conversations we have here, most of them are about artists that are probably that most people would know, because the stuff that's making it in pop chart, it's actually allowed for better artists because everything is hip hop. Everything has a better chance of making it now. So that's why Griselda have diamond necklaces and shit, because that grimy ass shit actually sells, actually gets streams. They buy the merch, they tour, they are actually doing stuff. That artist, they would never leave fucking whatever. Where are they from? Buffalo. They would never really leave the area back in the day because it never would have been able to get as popular as it is now, because that's the antithesis to Gunna and Lil Baby and shit. So everything has evolved and it's changed. So pop artist isn't necessarily a diss, and maybe even Mos was talking about it kind of from a little bit back in the day. But you look at someone like Drake and Cole and Kendrick, all of them have their mainstream songs. They all do. And we gave examples of the Cole's ones. Drake's ones were much more obvious. Kendrick would have, Loyalty with Rihanna and, exactly. All Right was a big hit. So I listened the other day, we were cleaning the house and I put on the vinyl of To Pimp a Butterfly, and I was like, this is a masterpiece. This is fucking brilliant. So and I was like, there's a bunch of songs on King Kunta's it's the joint. That was a big single.
But that's pop.
But that's what I'm saying. So on an album like that, any Drake album, any Cole album, any Kendrick album, any Jack Harlow album, there's songs that are made. You know what? I wouldn't call them pop. I would call them the radio song. That's the radio song. That's the song you put out.
That's what I call that stuff. Yeah, that's what I call it.
That's for that. So I think that's the difference, and that's how nuanced it is.
Stigma, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it is.
That's right. Yeah.
So that was good.
That work, mate. That's good work.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. I enjoyed that a lot. So I know we're at over an hour and a half now. We had a few other things to talk about in this news section. Do we want to do do you want to keep these for next week, or what did you guys want to do? Or we can talk about one more and wrap up.
I mean, back teeth are floating, but we can do it.
Okay, we can pause for a sec if you want to go piss. There's no problem. We have a pause button.
Back teeth are floating is so sick.
Here, look, I'm gonna pause. Go piss. And we back. All right. Didn't even know, guys. You didn't even know. So the last thing we'll talk about this week, we'll push the rest to next week. But Katt Williams' interview, I mean, it's probably been talked about at length at this point. It just went absolutely insane. Katt Williams was on Shannon, super viral. I hadn't seen an interview, a long-form 2-hour plus podcast, go this viral. I couldn't even tell you. Even when Joe Rogan had Alex Jones or Elon or any of those people on, that was a big deal.
This is when the Apple done the interview with Drake level. They went to his house in 2019.
Was that that was Rap Radar. It was Rap Radar.
Rap Radar.
I remember that because that was when they were shitting on him because he had it all too controlled type of thing, as in he controlled what they were saying. So the TLDR, so Shannon Sharp, who I'd seen around, I didn't really know much about him, but it seems like he's an ex-football player. Yeah, and he's a media guy now. He does sports content. So Katt
commentary with Skip. Yeah.
Bayless. He hates Skip. Okay.
He had a show with him for a long time, and is a notable commentator on everything. So yeah,
gotcha.
He's put his work in the media world for a long time.
Okay, so he has a separate podcast where he interviews people that I don't think are super about sports, and he had Katt on, and Katt just... Did you guys both watch the whole thing, or you just see clips?
I watched the clips. I saw the clips.
Okay.
Watched the whole thing. Loved it.
Okay. He came off out the gate just fucking shitting on people. It was that's why it went so viral. It was so funny how hard he went. And Katt's always been known to kind of tell the truth and tell things how they are in a really poignant way. He's...
Didn't swear. He barely cussed until the very end, dude. Yeah. I was very impressed with him. He's the best.
And that shows, I feel when someone is able to get their point across in that way, with so eloquently, without cussing as well, is very cool. And essentially,
restraint.
Definitely did. And then he kind of he showed restraint in that sense, but he just said what he thought, which was super cool. So he was responding primarily to Ricky Smiley and Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey, because I think all three of them, maybe not Steve Harvey though, but all on Shannon's show, saying things about Katt. So he was kind of correcting the record or setting it straight.
So he was ready at it on his shoulder from the jumpers.
Yes. So he said some kind of some crazy shit. I don't know, overall I feel like, because some people just thought it was like saying it was like a whole bunch of embellishments. I reckon overall the usual thing is the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, where some of it were embellishments, some of it was just maybe his perspective and the other person didn't see it that way, and some of it was just straight up fucking truth. Like things like Kevin Hart is a plant, which was an interesting one. That he was just all of a sudden got this sitcom and he was talking about doing all this work in Hollywood, in like all the Hollywood or LA comedy clubs. He was like, how could he do that when he said he was in Philly the whole time working there in New York? So I don't know how true that was. And he was saying that there were roles in Hollywood that Katt had gotten or they wanted him for, but they made it have these elements in the roles that were either kind of, you know, like a dude getting raped. He's like, wearing a dress a lot. Yeah, lots of like kind of gay stuff that, you know, typical black masculine men, and particularly the black community don't really bangs with that shit. And particularly back in the day too, right? When he's probably referring to like 10, 20 years ago, like wasn't really like that's not happening. So he was sort of saying that insinuating that these other people who got these roles when he wasn't taken for the role had to do things that were questionable, which I wouldn't put that past him as far as Hollywood's concerned. He was supposed to be on the fourth one on the Kings of Comedy thing, but he didn't want to do it because he doesn't bangs with Steve Harvey or what's the cunt? Cedric the Entertainer. Said they both stole jokes and there's proof of them stealing jokes. Was it them who stole jokes? Yeah, I think so. They stole one of his jokes, and there's like proof of it. Barrington just walked back down. He's sniffing around.
Oh,
buddy,
beautiful boy.
He's the best boy. So yeah, it was just like it was super fucking intense. I don't know if you guys had any like thoughts on it all, but that was essentially he was just talking about all these different things in that he had experienced and different people. A lot of it really was kind of like tea. In the sense of like he was talking about people and
lots of cans of worms opened. He had, you know, like you said, lots of poignant points, and he explained things fairly well without getting into too specific. I think he did a good job of airing out the laundry. And also I found that it was connecting a lot of dots, like the things that he was saying, like, oh yeah, I heard that, some blah blah blah. Oh yeah, blah blah. So like it seemed to be like, okay, there's some merit to what he's saying. He says it with conviction. He's not swearing. He's not dropping cusses or slangs or whatever. He's not really being like that. He's very well spoken. I like that. Specifically drinking cognac of whatever, you know, I don't know how good that shit is, but like drinking juice like that, dude.
Yeah, that fuck you up.
And still keeping your composure and talking like that. Like, he did get excited towards the end, but like, man, that's it. After 2 hours of drinking yak, I would be fucking excited too. I've had 3 beers with this episode, small cans, by the way. So I've had 1.5 normal beers, cans, and I'm saucy. So like, I would be fucked if I drank that amount on a podcast and talked about things that like meant a lot to me. Like, I would get a little more, you know, I felt like he held himself down. So it was crazy to see that. So yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to what he said, and we'll see how things go because everything takes a while to air out.
Yeah. It was interesting. The other part that, aside from all like the tea shit that was really cool, was just hearing his life story. Like how he was like an IQ genius and like left home at like 13, 14, went to Florida by hitchhiking, lived in Florida just kind of on the streets and got a play. It was super interesting. And like they were jumping around a bit, and Shannon's an interesting interview. He reminded me of Brandon, our friend in Atlanta. Like, appreciate you. He had that same type of like accent, and then maybe he is from Atlanta. That would probably explain a lot. Yeah, I felt like Shannon could have kept it together, but it was like
bounce it around. Maybe he shouldn't be drinking on the show.
Yeah, and he was asking kind of sometimes silly questions like, "You ever got booed, Katt?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean? If you ever got booed? Of course, he's a comedian. Like, He always would have. He's been around for so long, and he said, "Yeah, I've been booed," and a lot of people who haven't been booed enough. Like, yeah, fair enough. So it was just, it was good. It was just more like
questions you got works there.
Yeah, all the good stuff, most of the good stuff. Not to be like, not that he's shit or anything, but I feel like Katt was like maestro on that show. He was taking charge, and it was more like if Katt was just giving info, just like saying stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And if Shannon didn't ask him about it, so all the good stuff came because Katt wanted to talk about it. That's really what happened. Right. And Shannon didn't ask a single question for the first 30 minutes. Katt just talked. Yeah, if you noticed that. So
Didn't notice that.
Yeah. So I'd like to hear more of his podcast to see like what he does. To be honest, I don't really care because it is sports, even though because this is a sports podcast now. This is what we do, so it's kind of different. But I don't know if I want to go listen back to see how he does.
If you don't wear a different team's jersey every episode
going by
going
52
forward, then you are not Sports Center C.
Fuck.
All right, dude. Sports Center C.
Sporty Wilson. But yes.
Yeah, you have to. I've got like 3 jerseys in the clip, bro, and I'm out.
Yeah, I've got about the same. Shit.
I'm gonna wear the Jason Kidd one next week, and then go to Sport Shape for reinforcements.
We're gonna have to maybe just buy one each week and just take it back to a different store.
Oh, do a dodgy return.
Yeah,
constantly exchange route.
I like
everybody does at least.
Yeah, that's how they do it. You know the vibes.
Yeah, there we go.
So with that, we'll probably wrap it up here at an hour 40. So we did pretty good, and we can rock the rest next week. So boys, triumphant return. Good times. We're going to try and do more pods in person in 2024. The weather's just been fucked. Like last week was supposed to be a storm that ended up being a bit soft. Today it's like minus 18 or something out. Right now it's minus 14 out here, but it's going to get worse. So I was like, Dan was going to come out to do some work anyway, but it's like, don't need to be traveling and all that. It's just unpleasant. So we're like, we'll try and do some stuff where we come to Toronto and we'll do some maybe at Notion's crib because it's probably easiest. And then do some stuff here. We'll see if we can do as much in person as we can this year just to change it up a little bit. But with that, Dan, where can everyone find you online, sir?
HDFGXMING on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it really. Those 3 places.
That's where you want it to be. That's where you want it to be. Notion. Where they find you,
mate? I'm out here at Notion MTB on YouTube and Instagram. Holla at your boy for mountain bike fun. At Notion Baby on Instagram and Twitter and fucking everything else for beats. NotionBeats.com. Get a dog up here, get a trail up here. You're all mad dogs. Have a great, successful year.
Fuck yeah. Let's do the quick thummy, and then I'll do mine. We'll wrap this up, bring it home, hold something up. You ready? Boom. You can get me CWFOR on Twitter and Instagram. And High Season Co. on YouTube. We're on the path to 100,000 subs. Fucking ready for it. Ready to go. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit that notification bell.
Ding dong.
So you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at the Movement Fam, and of course,
what were you gonna say?
Yeah, something another podcast. It's very confusing when you have a lot of them. And our Bad Habits Pod on Instagrizzle, guys. We'll see you next week. Get a frog up you. Be good to your mum.
Ribbit. Hey, Mum.
Oh, g'day, mum. How you going? G'day, mum.
Get a dog.
Dog. Woof. Woof. Woof.
Dog.
Oh. Catch your cunts. Catch your cunts. Oh, catch your cunts. Bye.